But I gotta tell you, it's something really difficult for me, but I'm not gonna give up, because if I do, then going back to the first part of our conversation, I gave into mediocrity. I gave into the dark side. I'll just keep trying, and I might not be the best at it, but I will get better. Especially, I'm in my 40s now, I'm 45 years old, and once you get past that early 30s where a lot of your decisions are maybe veiled in ego, now I'm not a know-it-all. I don't know all the answers. Even if I think I know the answers, I show up as a white belt. So it's funny that you say that, because I believe there's 6 pillars to leadership. It starts with personal discipline. It ends with having a high-performance team, and I talk about it in my book, Man Up. Decisiveness, clear communication, having a vision, etc. But I believe in all 6 areas, I still have plenty of room to learn. So I show up as a white belt because guess what? I'm a great communicator until I get in front of Ed Mylett, and I hate following Ed Mylett on stage because the guy is such a great communicator, right? And then he hates following Tony Robbins on stage because Tony's such a great communicator. So when you think about it, we all have room to grow, even if it's 1 more degree. And the way I look at it is that 1 more degree may not seem significant, but I just want to remind your audience that water boils at 211 degrees, and you can make a hard-boiled egg with it. But at 212 degrees, just 1 more degree, that water turns to steam, and it can power a nuclear power plant, and it can light up a city. So when you think about degrees of change in life, so in all 6 pillars, I have room to grow, and I will always live with that white belt mentality of there's still more room to grow. So one of the routines that I really want to get better at is meditation. I'm a big believer in meditation, and when I sometimes accidentally fall into a meditative trance, I'm like, holy cow, such great clarity. And by the way, someone who's never meditated, they're like, well, what do you mean? You've fallen into that trance and you just don't realize it. When you're first waking up out of that sleep, and you're in that very creative state where you can hear things around you, but you're not fully awake. That is that meditative state. The theta waves in your brain are taking over. You are creative, you are open to ideas. As Maxwell Maltz talks about it in his book, Psycho-Cybernetics, that is the theater of the mind begins to get very active and start solving problems. But when I actively try and sit there and meditate, I have this like hummingbird ability to my ideas. My mind starts firing off. So it takes me a long time to get to that state. And of course, look, I don't have all day long, right? So I go, all right, so my response to, instead of meditating in the mornings, is to send off 3 gratitude text messages to people I love and respect and admire. And I'm always starting the day off with gratitude. I started the day off with 30 ounces of water, and then coffee, and then protein shake, and then my 3 gratitude text messages, and then I work off what I call my GSD list, get shit done list, that I wrote the night before. Typically 3 to 4 things that I need to do to move the needle in my business. Then by 9 a.m., I'm at the gym working out, and then I come here to the headquarters. But periodically, I'll try and just sit there and meditate and go inward. But I gotta tell you, it's something really difficult for me, but I'm not gonna give up, because if I do, then going back to the first part of our conversation, I gave into mediocrity. I gave into the dark side. I'll just keep trying, and I might not be the best at it, but I will get better.